That's right. Welcome once again to SVTV Africa live on Facebook right now, and very soon we'll be live on YouTube channel as well. SVTV Africa, redefining entertainment. My name Evan Samewuga. You can call me Chief Ame. I'm here, as we always tell you. We'll be celebrating our big men and our big women in society, Ghana. And today we are privileged to have one and only former captain of the Black Stars of Ghana, who sent us to our first World Cup in 2006. He's now the technical coordinator of the senior national soccer team, the Black Stars of Ghana. He has played a lot of clubs across the world. He started by playing Hartlepool here in Ghana. He went to Juventus, the old ladies of Serie A in Italy. He also played for Bologna, Fenerbahce in Turkey. A lot of clubs he have applied. He's done a lot for Mother Ghana. We are speaking to Leroy El Capitano Tornado Stephen Appiah here. Tornado, thanks for joining us.
Okay, it's a pleasure.
Hope you are doing well.
I'm very, very fine, as you can see.
Always fit, always strong, even some years after playing. What's your secret?
Well, I think that I've been training all my life. I started playing when I was a kid. So even after playing, I still find myself training, and I think that I love myself. So I just want to look good. That's what I'm doing.
I can see that. Talking about you keeping yourself, and you also want to look good. You're always spectacular about the kind of clothes that you wear. Who picks your clothes for you?
Well, nobody. I think that living in Italy for 17 years, I mean, we all know that when it comes to fashion, is Milano and Paris. So I learned a lot from my friends that I was playing with. And I think that I always say that, I mean, style of fashion, you don't have anybody, there's no need for anybody to pick your clothes for you. But I think that it's about the character. I mean, you wear certain things that others will say, and they will say that, look, the color that he's wearing. I mean, it's the character that makes the difference.
Wow. Live on SVTV Africa, speaking to Leroy El Capitano Tornado Stephen Appiah. But it's like your name Leroy have been very silent. Why don't you like using it?
Well, I think right from when I was playing Coast, when I registered that name, it was my father who gave that name to me. But I have never used it. I've always been using Stephen Appiah. So I didn't add it to my name.
Wow. But looking at how you pick your dressing makes you get a lot of contracts as a public icon. You are an icon for Total Ghana, if I'm right, and also Nestle Milo under 17 tournament. You are the icon for them. Getting all those contracts on board after playing, how is it like for you?
Well, first, let me put it this way. I'm blessed because not every player who, when they stop playing, they get all these endorsements. I mean, I always say that we can be age mates, but we can't be grace mates. We are different. That's why my name is Stephen. You have your name. I mean, she has a name. We different. We can't be the same. But I think that I spend a lot of money to look good, because I spend money, time, and everything. Going to the gym, you pay for the gym. You buy training kits, your time that you spend in the gym. So as we started, I told you that it's all about discipline. I love training, and through the training, I think that I'm getting something from it, because, I mean, when some of the companies, they come and they look at you, and then they see your figure, they said, oh, it still look good, so we can use him. Recently, I went to Thailand to shoot the new Vitamilk advert. I'm the face of Betway, Betway company, and I'm doing a lot. And I mean, it's God who is try to bless me more after playing football, because it's not everybody that gets it that way.
All right, you can send your messages and we will read it out to Stephen Appiah, and he's also going to answer most of the questions. Now, Tornado, when you were speaking, you talk about you playing in Indafa, Mamprobi, those days. You know, those days, Colts football was on a high level, but now we have something named Academy. Is it helping our boys?
Well, talking about Mamprobi, I think I was born in Choco, grew up in Choco, a fishing community. I attended St. Martin's Preparatory School. I quite remember, I mean, my dad was a seaman, so most of the time he was not with us. I quite remember one time, I mean, at times going to school as a kid, it was very, very difficult because there was no money. Mom was poor, dad was poor. So at times I go to school without food, I go to school without money in my pocket. So I have this friend. They were very, very rich. So one day I was on my way walking from Choco to Mamprobi to go to school, and then I met this guy on the road, and he told me that, oh, Stephen, let's run out from school and I'll buy you beans and plantain. So as soon as I heard the beans and plantain, I said, let me follow him. So I followed him and we went to Salvation Army Park. And we saw these kids. No, first I asked him, where's my beans and plantain? So he delivered. And after we saw the kids, because school closed like 3 o'clock, so you have to, I mean, be around 3 o'clock before you go home. So we saw these kids playing football, and he said, Stephen, I know that you like football. Why don't you join the boys who are playing? So I took off my school uniform and my pants. Those days, I mean, you can wear your underwear too. So I was wearing my underwear, and when we were playing the game, and there was this man standing like 25 meters from where we were playing. So after we finished playing, the man called me and he said that, oh, I'm a good player, so he wanted me to join their cause. And I told the man that, oh, okay, I would love to join the cause, but he should come and talk to my mom first. And he came to our house, spoke to my mom, and then I joined them at Indafa Park. So I played for a coast team called, those days it used to be called Fatal, but they changed the name to Mighty Victory. I think I played under 10, under 12, under 14, and under 17.
Wow, very interesting story. Way back in school. So, were you able to complete your junior high school and also continue to senior high school?
No. I think I dropped out from school at class 6. Yeah, so I didn't go to any. I didn't go to secondary school. So I wanted to play football, and I mean, God bless me because He saw something in me that the talent is there. I work hard towards it, and here I am to it today.
And someone who have dropped out from school classes, how did your parents take that?
Yeah, they were not happy. I remember one time my dad came from Greece, so on his way to Choco to the house, he passed through our school, and I was not in school. So that day, I wasn't lucky because when I got home, they asked me. I said, "Oh, I was in school. School was good," and blah blah blah. So my dad was like, "Oh, okay. Tomorrow I'll take you to school. I want to drop you off your school." So he took me to school. When we got there, he had certain questions, and I was standing. I couldn't answer. So they laid me on the table. You know that those days they laid me on the table, and then they gave me some lashes. They were not happy, but I think it's all good. I'm not saying that kids of today they should drop out from school because of football, because we get into a point without education you can't even play football anymore. I mean, before football, people used to address us as school dropouts, but today you can see when you go to Lazy Complex, you can see those that we call them Dada Bees. You will see Dada Bees, their parents come with them. Everybody want to play football because it has become a big business. So although the kids of today, although they want to play football, they shouldn't throw their books away. They should still continue to study because it's very, very important when you go, they sign you outside, you can read what is in the contract. You can, when they put something down, you can know you can know everything in the contract. So I think that is good for them to continue school. Our time it has passed, and I mean, not everybody can be like Stephen Appiah. That's why I started that. I mean, we can be age mate, but not grace mate. I'm Stephen Appiah. You are a different person. So if you are watching me, I mean, don't think about Stephen Appiah saying he dropped out from school. So you have to drop out from school because of football, because nothing guarantee you that you will be a good footballer.
Interesting stuff. From our legend, our icon, Steven Leroy Tornado Appiah. Now, your story is just like George Oponria, who is now the Liberian president. He also grew up from the slum. He got fame, and now he is the president of Liberia. Do you also have certain a political ambition?
No. For now, I've never even thought about it. I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing today. Georgia is he too is very, very lucky for what he went through to be where he is today. So, I mean, we are happy for him because I mean he's a very, very good friend. We talk on phone most often, and I mean some of us we know what he went through, but it's good. It's good. That shows it has opened a way for not only footballers, because when you read his story, what happened 5 years ago, if he's someone who doesn't have that positive attitude, he will just give up in life, but he still continue to believe in himself. It doesn't matter you interviewing me today, at times you will find things difficult. Doesn't mean that you have to give up. Your cameraman being behind the camera, at times he find it difficult, but when you look the story of George Weah, that has to motivate you. So I don't have to be a president in the future. I don't have to be in politics, but I mean we admire what George Weah has done, and it has motivated some of us a lot.
Interesting. Steven Leroy Tornado Appiah, chit chat with him, and we are celebrating him today. Now, let's move back to when you were in classes, when you drop out from school, and then joining Mighty Victory, and then from there to Heart of Oak. How was the linkage from Mighty Victory to Heart of Oak?
Well, as I said, I was playing under 10, and then I was doing very well. They promoted me to under 12. So I was playing under 12, and then they promoted me again to under 14, because those days under 14 they play curtain raiser for the under 17. So we played like 1 o'clock, and then the under 17 team will play 3 o'clock. So I was playing for under 14, and I was doing very, very well. I was very, very short. Those days they used to call me Gajola. They used to call me, I have a lot of names, because, I mean, a young boy playing in that manner, everybody was shocked. People used to call me a computer man, because, I mean, everywhere you stand, I can direct the ball to the striker. I mean, I tailor the pass, and it goes there straight. So I was playing under 14. I think I played under 14 for some months, and then they promoted me, but they promoted me not straight to under 17. I will play for under 14, 1 o'clock, and then I will wear under 17 jersey. Maybe at times they will give me 5 minutes to play with the under 17, or they will give me 10 minutes. So slowly, and then one time we played against a team called Cowling Babies. Those days they were the richest coast team, because they have all the top players. They have Oseboatin was their goalkeeper. Christopher Pelete was playing 2. Dankwe was playing 4. Lai Kinsin, Aziz Ansa. All these boys, they were playing for Cowling Babies, and we played a game at Art Center. Those days, Accra House of Folk used to train at lotteries. So that game was Wednesday. So it was Cowling Babies and Mighty Victory, and we played that game 1 o'clock, because after our game, Accra House of Folk team should they will come and train. So when we were playing the game, and I scored the first goal. And there's a guy called Agos. He scored the second goal, and I scored the third goal. But I played so well. So after the game, Thomas Okan, known as Nia Ibonte today, he called me and he said that, I'm a good player. So they wanted me to join the Auroras. That time, Coach Samuel Amatefiu was the Auroras coach. So I joined the Auroras team, and I started training with Auroras, and I started playing with Auroras. So there too, in no time, they promoted me to Accra House of Folk.
Wow. Interesting. Your days at Heart of Oak. How, me, I didn't watch you at Heart of Oak personally, but then how was it like during your days in the league?
Well, was very, very good. I quite remember even the fans. They used to call me Baby Jesus, because let me go back again. I was very, very young, and I mean,
How old are you when you joined Heart of Oak?
I was 14 years then. I was 15 years then. And I joined Accra, Suffolk, and playing with players like Ebo Smith and the rest. My first game we played was against 11 Wise. You know, those days when you are going to the pitch, there is a tunnel because you have the dressing room at the other side where the VIP is today. Under the VIP you have the dressing room. So when you are going to the pitch under the tunnel, you can see there is a space that you can see the grass. So my first game when we were we were going in the tunnel, I saw the grass and I started panicking. So Ebo Smith, realized that. So he came to me and he said that, Stephen, don't worry. You are a young player. When you get the ball, just dribble. When you miss the ball, we'll get the ball, we'll give it to you. Continue dribbling till you get your... So as soon as he told me that, I got my confidence back. We went to the game and I played so well that after the game, on the car park, you see the fans, they were giving me money. When I got home, I counted the money. It was 60 cedis. I couldn't even sleep that night. Because
That was the first day.
Yeah, I couldn't even sleep that night. You know, when those days when you put your money under the pillow, every 3 minutes you have to wake up and check if the money is there. It was interesting. So yeah, that was my first game, and then I got a position in Accra as a folk team, and I started playing with, regular. I got a permanent position, and I was playing every week. But I didn't play Accra as a folk for that long. I played only 2 years, and I traveled to Italy.
Wow, having a chat with Stephen Appiah. Now, is it true when you play hard to folk, you get nothing?
You get nothing, Arsene.
I'm asking this question because recently, not too long ago, Don Botti and Chastela came out that they regretted playing for Hartlepool because they had nothing during the days when they played for Hartlepool.
So that means that I listened to that interview, and then he was like, okay, when Chastela said when he went to Kotoko, he made. Yeah, but it's the same thing. It depends how you manage your life. I think that we have players too who played for Kotoko, and when they finished, they didn't even have anything. So it's not about you playing for Accra or folk not getting anything, or going to Kotoko and making money. I was young then. You see, today the game has changed. Our time it was passion. You are even happy to go to Accra or folk training. But today, what they think or what they say is money, 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 money. I'm not saying that they shouldn't think about money, but most of us, we make it in life because it's not only football. In everything that we do, if you let the money come before the passion, you will never make it. You have to let the passion come first, and through the passion, hard work, and then the money and the fame will come. But if you think about money and then you don't work hard, where are you going to get the money? So our days, trust me, I was making, it wasn't like today, but the little that I was making, maybe I was young then, the little that I was making, I was very, very happy with it. I quite remember when a scout came to Ghana to scout me. We played against Gapoa. I scored that goal. And I didn't even want to go to Italy because, Sundays after the game, I have this friend called Acha. He passed. After the games on Sunday, Monday, he will come to my house, he will pick me, we will take trotro, and then we go to UTC. And we will walk from UTC to Watu. And we know that from UTC to Watu, we'll make some money because the fans, they will be calling you and giving you money. So I was okay, and I was loving and enjoying the attention that the fans were giving me. So it's not about playing Accra or folk and making money or not making money. It's about how you manage your life.
Reverend Osekofi had the opportunity to go to Stoke City when he refused. You also had an opportunity to go to Italy, and you were like, you have to stay.
Yes, because as I said, I was young then, as a young boy coming from Choco. When I say Choco, I think you don't know Choco. But if you visit Choco,
Ghanaian love
you know what I'm talking about. And so I didn't enjoy that life when I was growing up. It's hardcore area, and I was moving with hardcore guys. People see me today and they think that I'm some Dadabi. I'm not Dadabi. I'm not Dadabi.
Wow, I was celebrating Stephen Appiah. Now, Do you know how to focus in crisis now?
Yeah, I know that the team is not stable like it used to. We haven't won the trophy for a couple of years now. I mean, the one that they won recently, I don't even count. No, 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 no. I mean, when you're a top team, you always have to win the Champions League, the league. When you win the FA Cups, and I don't ask for it's a trophy. Trophy is a trophy, but I mean, the teams, the clubs, the big clubs, they win certain trophies and they are not even happy. You see them jubilating, but when they go back to the dressing room, they're not happy. I mean, it's like you are in a class with a friend and you think that you are doing well, but your friend is getting degree and you are not getting. When you are debating with your friend, he will insult you with his degree. And what are you going to say? You can't say nothing because he has a degree and you don't have. So it's the same thing.
Recently, in fact, just today, I heard Randy Abbey wanted to buy bus for the team, and they had a player called Zuma just in the recent ended Gala tournament, and he was he was a fantastic player. He stays at Ashaman, and they want to buy him, but he's mentioned a very huge amount of money, and the club has no money to buy. Someone wanted to buy that player for Hartlepool. Listening to all those things, I know during your days those things happen, but then those who are leading the club will pay they'll do this before the supporters who are theirs. But it's like the people leading the club now are too relaxed. How do you see that?
I don't think that they are relaxed. I think that when I was playing for Accra, so folk, you have people like Arizako, you have Alaji Haas, you have Nia Ibonte, you have Ernest Thompson, Commodore Mensah, a lot of people who, when it comes to players transfer, they even, support. But these days, when you look the clubs, it's like one man show. So day to day are finding it difficult. I mean, talking about 95 there, you have a lot of scouts that they are coming in. So you know for sure that at the end of the league, you will set 2 or 3 players. But today, where are the scouts? They are not coming. So some of the club owners, they are finding it very, very difficult because they are doing everything alone. So I do understand some of the club owners. And as I said, the game has changed. I mean, look, you see some countries, they will go and borrow 150 million, and then the next day you see it in the newspapers. But they bought Neymar how many $1 million? So I mean, it's a business now. It's a huge business. So at times, I do understand some of the players, and most of the players, they come to us, and when you hear their story, it's really, really sad, because a player is taking like 300 Ghana cedi. He has a family. He has to pay school fees. He has to pay rent. How is he going to survive? And we're talking about 300 Ghana cedi, not even $100. You understand? So most of the players too, now they wanted to make money. That's why it's a shame. You see some of our players going to Tanzania, going to Sudan, going to these countries. I mean, if it's good here, I know for sure that they will stay. But most of the players, they are suffering. And we're talking about Premier League. So I do understand. I mean, if Randy is finding it difficult, Randy has done so well with his team. And we all know that he loves football. When I was the Black Stars captain, he was our spokesperson. And when you sit down and you talk with him about football, he knows a lot of football. But as I said, I mean, most of them, they are doing it alone. So at times we have to understand them.
All right. So now, the direction now is on our league now. The standard of play. Don't you have quality players in the league anymore?
It's not like our time. It's not like 10 years ago when Don Bote and Ishmaelado and the rest, they were playing for Accra, Suffolk, and you see, even when you see the stands, when you go to the stadium and you see the crowd, tells you that the league is not like before. I'm not going to say that it's not good, but it's not like before. I mean, our time fans they come to this. I quite remember when I was playing for Coast, and we play curtain race at 11 o'clock. But 10 o'clock, the time we will get to the stadium, 10 o'clock, stadium is full. And you will hear the Kotoko fans, oh, we are coming to watch Joe Debra. You will hear Asofok fans, we are coming to watch Shamokwe. But today, you yourself, ask yourself, who are you going to watch? At times, I go to the stadium to watch games, and you get there, you sit down watching the game, and no disrespect, you don't see nothing. So I think that our standard of football, the league is not like before. That's why you find players running, going to Tanzania and all that. And as I said, it has become a business. So if I'm holding a team and I have one or two players who are doing well in my team, and I have to, you don't say that you can't say that you are going to keep them. One, you are doing business, you want to make money, so you have to just sell them and go. But if they are in the league for 3, 4, 5 years, with their experience, with their talent, their skill, and everything, it can bring the fans to the stadium. But I mean, 6 months, 1 year, they are doing well, and then they just travel. Recently, we saw what happened when Olele Dankwe and Atram. When Atram and Dankwe and Olele joined Great Olympics, and I think that Lai was in Accra for their goalkeeper. Say, I mean, everybody was excited. Everybody started to go to the stadium. So these are the things that we need in this country. I mean, players even playing in Europe. South Americans, when they stop playing in Europe, they go back to their country. They promote their league, and then they go back to Europe. Or maybe when they are finding difficulties in Europe, they go back to their country. That's what we have to start doing here. But I think that most of the players, they are scared that when they come back to play, they won't get anything than insults. Yeah, so I mean, you can see some players that they can still play, but they don't want problem. They would just don't involve themselves in the league, and I think that's killing our league too.
Talking about the business aspect of the league, football have now turned into business, as you said. Don't you think that is the reason why the likes of Tanobofo Aqua, RTU, Secondary, Azakes, 11 Wise, and Co. are suffering?
Well, as I said earlier on, I think most of the club, when we talk about the club, is the concentration is on Accra, Suffolk, Kotoko, those days Great Olympics, and or this team, they were doing so well. Chelsea, Brecum Chelsea, they were doing so well. But where are they? Where are Chelsea? It's not that easy. As I stated earlier on, the scouts, even that they will come to town and come and pick the players, they are not coming anymore. So it's like you are spending, but you are not getting anything from it. 11 Wise used to be one of the best clubs because they have produced good players who played for the national teams as well. But where are they today? Where is Bofakwa? It's not that easy. I mean, we sit back and we see things as it is, but when you are there, you see that it's very, very difficult.
And now, do you think structure-wise, as in organizing, how we organize the league, sometimes you get to a point, we know the league is coming to commence, before you know, a club takes the GFA to court and all that. Structure-wise, do we have it right?
No, it looks like the calendar is not stable. As you said, the league will be going on, and then a team will take the FA to court. So the league will be standstill for like maybe a month or 2 months. At times it goes to 2 months without playing the league. And then during these 2 months or 1 month, the teams, they will still train. They have to still pay salaries. They have to still pay transportations. They have to buy water. They have to feed the players. So I mean, we have to look at all these things, and we have to change things. If not, I mean, it will be going like the way it is going.
We are live on SVTV Africa, having a chat with Leroy Capitano, Steven Tornado Appiah. He's one of our. You can still send your messages, and we are going to read it to him, and then he also answer it for you. Now let's move to the national level. We saw you as a young boy at the youth level, under 17 and 20, and then the Black Meteors. How different is it playing from the youth level and then the senior national team itself?
Well, I think that I always say that it's different from playing. The spirit that you take to play the league is not the same spirit that you take to play Europa Cup, Champions League, and World Cup. It's different spirit and different feeling. I joined Starlets 95. I joined the team very, very late. But through Accra House of Folk, Honorable Yiti Mensah gave me a letter, so I joined the under-17 because I was doing very, very well with Accra House of Folk. And when they gave me the letter, I reported at Winneba. I started training with the under-17 team. I was the youngest player then. And I quite remember, even in the Bible tells you that before you be great, you have to serve. People see us today, they think that we just got there. I used to wash clothes in the camp. Yeah. I used to wash. You see, some of us, no, I'm not going to put some of us. I mean, especially Stephen Appiah, I know what God has done for me, and that's me. That's me. I'm not going to blow my horn saying that I humble myself. That's the way I am. Although I was born in Choco, grew up in Choco with all these hard guys, but I was different from the guys. When you see me rolling with the guys, you can see that there's something about this guy. So yeah, I was with the under-17. I played, and then I trained with them for a couple of months, and then we traveled to Ecuador. We went to Ecuador. The tournament, I didn't even got a play time. I played only one game. That game when we played against USA. So that's the only game I played. So from there, we came back, and I quite remember late Coach Adi. He was our coach then. When we came, we went for a float to show the trophy to Ghanaians. So at the stadium, Coach Adi, when he was talking, he said that, there is this young guy who didn't get a chance to play a lot of games, but in the future he's going to be a great player. So he said that. So that was 95. I came back, started to play with Accra. So 96 I traveled to Turkey to join Galatasaray. But we went, 7 of us, we went to Galatasaray. They picked 3 and 4 of us. No, they picked 3 of us. We have to come back to Ghana. So I joined Accra as a folk, playing for Accra as a folk. And luckily in 97 I traveled to Italy.
There is this thing baffling me. Audu Isaka. Beye, Josefiye, recently, I can say Sadiq Adams, Ransford Osei, they were players that, if you could remember, at the youth level, they were very good, excellent performance, and had good tournaments. But when they were growing up, it got to a point they find it very, very difficult. How is it like from that youth level to the transition from the youth level to the senior team? How is it like?
Well, I think that we came from different houses, and we are serving the same God, but I'll go back again. We can be age mates, but we can't be grace mates. We are different. I made it, so I have to be happy for myself, and it's sad when you see players, as you mentioned, Haudu Isaka. I just spoke to him yesterday. He has an academy, and he's doing very, very well. And you see players like that. When I was with the under-17, these are players when they do certain things with the ball, and you are like, wow, you believe in yourself, but you look at him and you go and ask him that, how did you do it? But unfortunately, day-to-day travel, I think he went to Osel. All the players that played for the 95 squad, as soon as we came back to Ghana, all of them got contract, and then they travel. And 97 I travel, but trust me, I didn't know what happened. And 97 I traveled, and I made it. So I didn't know what happened, but it's really, really sad. I played with Beye under 20 World Cup in Nigeria, and he was one of our top player then, because he used his speed very well, and he always see the post and put the balls back to the net. So unfortunately, I mean, when you see players like this and along the line they couldn't make it like the way you are expecting, it's really, really sad.
Now, is the academy system helping us?
Academy system, we have to see that they are doing business. They are doing business because most of the guys, they get used to what they are getting there. When I was playing Coast, as young as I was, when you finish training, even when I was playing Accra as a folk, when you finish training, you are jogging home. On the road, when you are jogging, you are still thinking, when I get home, what am I going to eat? Because you don't have money. But the academy system, I think most of the guys, they get so used to it because when they wake up in the morning, they have to go and eat their breakfast. The eggs are there, the big beans and the bread and everything is there. In the afternoon, they have to go and eat their lunch and then dinner in the evening. So they get used to these things. That's why most of the boys from the academy, they are not making it. But the guys that went through course mentioned from Abedipele generation to our generation, to Asamoah's generation, they all made it because you yourself, Charlie, at times when you finish training, the time you get home, you have to sit, but you'll be stealing granules. I'm trying to be honest here. I mean, I'm not trying to paint myself as if I'm not Jesus Christ. The time you get home, you'll be stealing sugar cane and granules, and so through these things, I mean, it makes you tough. It makes you tough. You finish training and you are going home and you are thinking, hey, as a 14 or 12, 13 years old, what am I going to eat? But they are feeling too comfortable. And then I think that the people, they are making business. I mean, today we are suffering with the under 17, the under 20 because the grassroots football is not there anymore.
Live on SVTV Africa, chatting with Steven Tornado Appiah. Now, along the interview, you mentioned God. Where do you church?
Royal House Chapel. Sam Crunchy, Reverend Sam Crunchy is my spiritual father.
Are you active in church?
Very, 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 very. My brother, for the past, I think, 7 to 6 years, I don't go out on Saturdays. You know why? Because I want to look fresh and get a steady mind to go to church on Sunday. So that's how serious I am with God.
Wow. How do you combine the technical coordinator work and your family?
Well, I mean, with the talking about how am I combining it, I think that I was playing football and I was not even getting more time like today. I mean, I'm always on the run, traveling, going to play there, going to play around the world. So I wasn't even seeing my family that much. But today, yes, I have the time. I mean, I have the time to be with my family, and like now there's no international game, so I'm free. But when we have international game, of course, I have to join the team and do my duties. So now I'm enjoying life, I'm enjoying family, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing as a team coordinator.
Now, talking about the technical coordinator for the Black Stars, we know the position was team manager. Who orchestrated that name, team technical coordinator?
And I think that one day I hope that you will get the chance to interview one of the FA big men, so you can throw that question. I think that you see, when we say team manager in Europe, the way they use it is different from the way we use it here. A team manager here do the work that the welfare officer have to do. A team manager not supposed to go and share jerseys. A team manager don't need to go and call players. 2 o'clock we are going to do this, we are going to do that. That's a welfare officer job. But I think that we didn't use it well. As for the team coordinator name, I didn't know who brought it up, but honestly, I'm enjoying it, and I'm not finding it difficult at all, because I think that most of the boys who are playing today is some of the guys I played with them, and I think that because they have so much respect for me, and I'm trying to be honest to everybody, all the players, and I'm trying to coordinate very, very well between the players, the coaches, and the FA. And I think that I'm doing it very, very well. Just that when I'm sitting at the bench and watching the games, the feeling is not like the way I was, like the time I was playing. I mean, I quite remember recently when we went to Uganda. When I saw the video, I was like, why should I do that? But no. No, the dressing room was in Congo. No, against Uganda, when the referee disallowed that goal, that Jamna score. And I think that after, at the end of the game, some of us, we rushed to the referee. And I think that it's not a good thing. But you see, when you are sitting there, the way you are watching the game is different from when you are on the pitch playing. So when I saw that video, I started laughing. I said I couldn't believe that I did that. But I mean, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. Now I'm not on the pitch. I'm off the pitch. But the feelings toward the game is different. I always used to argue and debate with people that when I heard people collapse because a player missed a goal, people died because this happened in football. I never believed it till 2013 when they played the African Cup in South Africa. When we played against Cape Verde, I was in my room watching the game alone. So as I was watching the game, that game, Cape Verde played very, very well. So all of a sudden, I started feeling funny. My heart was like, I started feeling funny. So I called Glenn Jonah, and I asked Glenn, where are you? He said, oh, we are at Ben Jonah's house. We are watching the game. I said, I think that something is happening to me, so I'm coming to join you guys. I went there, I joined them, and then we watched the game. When we played against Burkina Faso, I went to the same house to watch because I decided not to watch the game alone. So I went to the same house to watch the game, and I stood there for 120 minutes because we played 90 minutes, and then they played 30 minutes extra time. I stood there for 120 minutes, not knowing that I was standing there throughout the game. Yeah, so there I realized that what people say is true.
Technical coordinator of the Black Stars of Ghana, Steven Tonado Appiah. Now, apart from you coordinating between the players and then the FA, you also play a role as a technical coordinator in the technical team.
Yes, I mean, we have a fantastic team now. As in the coach, our boss, Kwesi Appiah, you have Maswell Konedu, you have Ibrahim Tanko, you have Olele and myself. And I think that the beauty of this team is, it's not because I'm the team coordinator. When I'm doing something and somebody is saying, the person have to keep quiet. The person will come and tell me that, oh, Stephen, you have to do this, you have to do that. When our boss, Kwesi Appiah, is doing something and it's not doing right, I have the right to. That's how we have made ourselves. And I think that we are enjoying it. I hope that we will do something, and then this technical team will be kept for long because I mean the respect and the love that we are showing to each other is unbelievable.
When the work was given to you men as Ghanaians who now hold the fort of the Black Stars, did you guys sit up and set up a target for yourself?
Oh yes, yes. We met, and then we had a meeting, and what came from everybody's mouth was like, we have a goal. And what's the goal? Because we have been there before. Some of us we didn't win. We played very, very well. We gave everything, but as for trophy, we didn't lift it. So I think that it's time for us to with the position that we have now, we have to do everything possible to win something for Mother Ghana. So that was the main word that was coming from everybody's mouth.
Talking about winning, I'll say a senior colleague and a playmate, Samuel Sekufo, says it will be difficult for us to win the AFCON 2019.
Well, it's Tuga's opinion. I mean, Sami Kufo, we call him Tuga. Yeah, so I mean, it's his opinion, and we believe in ourselves. We believe that with the team that we have now, and as I said, we have to put every energy to to try and bring a trophy. That's our goals. If not, why are we there? I can't be sitting here and saying that, oh, we can't win 2019. Then I'm not being true to myself. I mean, we accepted the job for a reason. And what is the reason? A reason to do well, to win trophies. So that's what we're there. First, we have to qualify, and then we'll see what will happen in 2019.
Is it a realistic target, setting it up for yourself that you win the AFCON 2019?
Yeah, that's our target. I think, sitting here today, we're talking about winning. Since 2008, when you go through stats, you see that everything is semi-finals, semi-finals, but still we haven't won the trophy. So I think that tells us that there's a possibility. There's that we have to work harder to get that trophy.
Live on SVTV Africa, having a chat with Stephen Tornado Appiah. We are celebrating him today. He's done a lot for us, and I'm sure every young person watching have got a lot from what he said, right from where he dropped out from school and then took football upon himself, and it's a very touching story. Now, how was Europe when you were playing for Juventus, Fenerbahce and co?
Well, 97, in February 24th February 97, I traveled to Udinese for a trial. And then the interesting thing is, when I was traveling, it was in February, as I said, and everybody who has traveled knows that February, March is the coldest month in Europe. And when I was traveling to Italy. I didn't know anything about the weather, so I was wearing my Carcani jeans, my Nike trainers, and I went and borrowed this T-shirt from a friend, a South Pole T-shirt, and with no jacket. So
Borrowed a shirt to Italy.
Yes, I borrowed the T-shirt. I have this friend who has this long sleeve South Pole T-shirt. So I went to borrow. You see, people come on TV, people come on radio, and then they have to hide certain things. But I'm not saying that, and I'm not shy to say that, because you know what? I have to inspire someone. I have to motivate someone. I have to let somebody know what I went through to be where I am today. So I borrowed the T-shirt, and when we got to Milano, because I have to transit in Milano to Trieste. Trieste is like 30 minutes from by road from Udine. So when we got to Milano, we have to go out of the plane. So I was wearing the T-shirt, and the Italians, they were looking at me. I think they were asking themselves that, is this serious that he's going out like that? So I came out, and then it was, I didn't know where the wind came from. The wind blew, and then you see when you are walking and you can see that water is coming from your eyes. So luckily, there was the team manager called Lorenzo Tofolini. He was on the tarmac, so he asked me, "Oh, Steve, Appiah, are you? You don't have jacket?" I said, "Yeah, I don't have jacket." So he said, "Okay, I will give you a jacket." So he gave me one of the team's jacket, and then we drove to Udine. When we got to Udine, the first team was training. So I said, "Oh, I wanted to watch the training." I went to the training grounds, and I saw them training, and I saw this black guy training with the team. So I got closer to him, and I said, "Oh, good afternoon." And he said, "Oh, Stephen Appiah, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm fine." So he said, "Oh, my name is Mohamed Gago, and I'm from Ghana." I said, "Oh, yeah, I've been watching you when you were playing for the under-17 and for the national team." So he said, "Oh, okay, welcome." I said, "Thank you." So they took me to my hostel, and we were like five in the room. But I knew that I would stay, because every morning, with the snow, with everything, every morning I would go and jog before I would join the junior side to go and train. So I was doing something extra. that's I'm always positive. I've never been negative about anything. Even if I can't do it, I always say that I can do it. So that motivates me. So at a point, one time I remember I'm very very scared of dogs. So yeah, the area that we were staying, the area that we were staying, I mean, it's a posh area, so they have these huge dogs. So one time I was jogging and then I heard the one of the dog barking. So when I was jogging, all of a sudden the dog, I mean, came out. So I was so scared. So after the jogging, I went to my hostel and I took my shower and I prayed and I told God, I don't want to go to Accra. What I've seen today, no, I'm not going back to Accra. I wanted to stay. So I started training with the senior side, and then 97, we went to Morocco to play the under 20 African Cup. So I left the team, I went, and then I came back and I signed for Udinese.
Now, you played for the old ladies of Serie A, the one of the biggest team in Italy now. How was it like?
Well, it was a dream comes true, because I was in Ghana when Luciano Moggi was the director of Juventus then. He called me and he was like, oh, Appiah, tu vuoi diventare giocatore della Juve. Stephen Appiah, do you want to be a player of Juventus? No, first it was Lilian Thuram who called me, because we live in the same area. He called me and he said that, oh, director Moggi will call me because he wanted to talk to me. And those days, Moggi was so big and huge that when he said that, I was afraid, because we heard the story of Moggi, not in the bad way, in the good way, when he was managing Juventus, how powerful he was. So when Thuram told me that Moggi will call me, I said, Jesus Christ. When he called me, well, what am I going to say? So he called and then we started talking, and he said that, oh, okay, in 2 days you have to come back. You have to come to Torino because we have to talk to you and your manager. We wanted to sign you. And then you know that those days, because I think I came 4 days, then Moggi called. So those days, I mean, I was young and I was enjoying. I have made some money and I have to chill with some friends. So after 3 days, I have to go back to it. I didn't want to go, and he said that, no, you have to buy. Who are you to say no to Moggi? So I went back to Turin. We sat down and then we had a long meeting, and then they said that they wanted me. I said, oh, okay. So we did everything. I came back to Ghana to continue my holiday. And then when I went back, they were in training camp. So I joined them in the camp. When I got there, they have started training already. And you know, I played for Udinese, I played for Brescia before going to Juventus. And when we go to pre-season training, you won't even see the fans. But this is like Juventus. When I got there, the place was full with fans because of how big the club was. So when I got there, I saw Marcelo Lippi. He welcomed me, and then I saw all these players: Edgar Davids, Antonio Conte, Takinadi, Di Piero, Pavel Nedved, Trezeguet, Camoranesi, Ciro Ferra, Cannavaro, Thuram, all these big names. And the first question I asked myself, Stephen Appiah, can you make it here? And I got an answer. I said that, believe in yourself. And that's how I've been till today, sitting with you. Even if you know something, if you are doing something, I always motivate myself that I can do it better. So when I got to the training grounds, I started training with them. After 1 week, we traveled to New York to play the Super Cup against AC Milan. And then we won the trophy. And that's where I played my first game with Juventus. So I seized my position and I started playing every week. But it was very, 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 very good to experience such a thing.
Comparing the days in Italy to when you went to Fenerbahce in Turkey, how was that one also?
Well, playing for Juventus, going to Fenerbahce is no news, because you are coming from a big club, and you see, most of the players they failed because coming from Juventus and going to Fenerbahce, they think that they're already big already, so they go there and then they don't give their mass. They go there and they feel inferior than the other players or the league. So that's where you see them, some of the players failing. But when I got there, I mean, that when you see me today playing gutter to gutter or playing with friends, you would think that I'm playing World Cup finals. That's me, because I enjoy the game. I mean, that's why I said it's the passion. So being Stephen Appiah today, I knew that it's going to happen like that, because I gave everything. I've always respected the shirt or the team that I played. I've always respected the team, and I always give my best. So I went there not thinking coming from Juventus, so I'm bigger than the league. I went there because it's a new competition, and I have to leave a mark there. And indeed, I've left a mark in Turkey. Today, if you go to Turkey, and then you'll be walking around, they will ask you, "Oh, where are you from?" And as soon as you say in Ghana, they will tell you that, "Oh, Stephen Appiah." People go to Turkey, ministers go to Turkey, and then they get things for free. Yeah, of course.
Steven Tornado Appiah. A great one there. Now, Tornado, it got to a point where you have to end your career, and most of us thought you would have been you would join the Ghanaian Premier League before you retire finally, but finally you went to Serbia, Vojvodina, and you played with them. Why did you choose Vojvodina at that time?
Well, as you said, that time I wasn't feeling well, and I quite remember. I mean, all of you know what happened 2007 when I was playing for Fenerbahce, and I wanted to quit that time, when 2008, when I couldn't play for the African Cup here. I was feeling so bad, but I mean, at a point I said that no, I have to get my confidence back, because what happened to me, I don't want to say it. I mean, I've been telling that story, and I don't want to repeat. So I don't want to go back and repeat that story again. So I planned quitting 2008 after the African Cup. But I was there doing my rehab in Italy, and one day I woke up. I said, let me go and train with the Brescia team, because I was doing my rehab in Brescia. So I went to Brescia training grounds, and I started training with them. Although I wasn't 100% fit, but I can see that I was getting my movements and everything back. So I decided that, okay, I'm not going to quit again. I will let me finish my rehab. So I finished my rehab, but I wasn't with anything, because Fenerbahce terminated my contract. So I was training with Brescia, the junior team and the senior team, and then I quite remember 2010 World Cup, one of the qualifiers against against Lesotho. So I was there when they called me, and then I was like, yeah, I would love to come. And they invited me, and I came, and I was still the captain. I was still playing. We won that game, and I continued to play with. No, my first game, 2008, my first game was 14th September, when we played against Libya in Tripoli. It was a friendly game, and they invited me. And when we got there, I wasn't even in the team, but Michael Essien got injured. That was the time Michael Essien got injured, and then I have to come in. So I came in, and I started getting my confidence, and they started inviting me to the national team. Although I was unattached, but I was still the captain of the senior national team. That is difficult for such a thing to happen, because when you don't have a club, why should you be invited to the national team? So at times I sit back, and I'm so grateful to God for what He has done in my life, because certain things that will not happen to other people, it happens to me, and I ask myself why. But as I said, I mean, when God is in your side, and when you believe in Him, your way will be very, very smooth. And I think Ghanaians they appreciated what I did for the country, because I quite remember when we were going to the World Cup 2010, there was a lot of argument in Ghana. Oh, he shouldn't join the team. But I mean, I went with the team. I didn't get a lot of play time, but my presence, did a lot. At times we don't have to come and say certain things, but you see, you work with certain people. I quite remember Antonio Conte. He was with us in Juventus, but they were the people running the team. You see them, and then it motivates you. You see the person, and you know that this guy has won everything in his career. But when you see him training, that gives you that motivation to train like the way he's training. So I think that I was there, and I was training very, very well, in the sense that I was having it in my mind that after the World Cup, I have to get a team. So I was giving everything out, and I think that the players, they noticed that, and then they gave me the respect and everything, and that's what happened. So after the 2010 World Cup, I decided not to play I said, let me retire, because I mean, other people paved the way for us. So when you get to a certain level, you have to pave the way for the young ones who are coming. So that's what I did.
Talking about you being not play, like you don't get enough playing time back in Europe, and you were called, and then you were given the armband as the captain of the national team. And whenever the players see you, they give you that respect. Tonado Ne, he's a senior player. We have to. Some of the young players, when you speak to them, I don't remember interviewing the player, and he tells me he speaks anything bad about Tonado. It's like, Charlie, Aquano of him or Kasa. You have to move with him. When you left the captain, John Mensah took it up. It was like the same thing was there. And from that time till now, Hula Balus here and there, Samuajan left and right. I don't know. Do you have anything to talk about that?
Well, no. What can I talk about? I mean, I think my time, I let everybody feel that they are part of the team. I quite remember when there are some interviews, I just pick a player. You have to go and do the interview. You have to let them feel that, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's just a band that you are wearing, but it's a team. You have to think that it's a teamwork. So you have to let other people to feel that they are part of the team. At times, players that they have never played, they always at the bench. Sometimes they will go to the tribune, not even wearing jersey. At times, I can pick them to go and grant interviews. So I think that doing that made them show more love, and they gave me that respect, because I always say that you can be the captain today, but through warm-up, you can even get injured, and you are not the captain. Somebody will take the ban. So it's not a personal thing. But I think since I left, our time doesn't mean that there were no problems. Maybe there were more problems, but I think that we handle it well without going in the public. So that's what we did, and it works for us. But today, I mean, the media are plenty, and then I think every player has their own media friend. I quite remember something happened when we went to Brazil 2014. We did a meeting, and less than a minute, a journalist sent me a text. Is it true that this happened in the meeting? And I was like, wow. We were still even doing the meeting, and the person sent me a text. So the players today, they are not helping. I mean, today the players, they are not helping, because they have their media friends, and then they have to give them informations, and everything just explode like that. But our time, we were facing more problems, but we handled it very well. That's why it didn't come out like that.
But is it normal in a team that you have such problems on captaincy issues?
But you think that in Italy, Germany, and other countries, they don't have the same problems? They have, but they know how they manage it well. It doesn't come out. Every club that you go, we have played big clubs. We talk to players, and we know how they think. They too, they have the same problem. That just how they manage it and how we manage it here.
But do you feel when you were leaving, you had in mind that ACN or Muntari will one day pick up the armband? Because recently Prince Tego said the armband, after you got it, you should have gone to ACN and Muntari before you got to Jan.
Wow, that's that. I don't want to involve myself in this yeah these issues, but I think I was called and I serve well. That's the most important thing. And then those who are coming today, they have to. You see, I'm a learner. I'm sitting here. I told you I didn't go to secondary school. I dropped out from school. But I'm not shy. I learn from the people that I work with. I work with certain people. So the words that they use, I'm not shy to ask them, oh, what's the meaning of this word? That's how I learn. Today I'm sitting here, granting you an interview. I sit in front of presidents, and you will see the choco boy giving a speech. Yes. Because I learn from people. So I quite remember when they gave me the band. I call Osekufo, I call Siki Akono, I call Abedipele, I call Gagomoa, I call all the senior players, and I asked them, now I have the band, what should I do? And everybody, you see, you have to be smart and take something from people. And everybody, they gave me their opinion, they gave me their advice, and I think that I used it wisely, and that's what I'm not saying that I was successful in my band because there were no issues, and I think that I managed to lead the team to qualify for our first World Cup. So in a way, I didn't win the trophy, but I was successful in my captainship. So that's what I did. I came from Togo, but I'm really, really a smart guy. So that's what I did, and I think that they have to learn from these things.
Vashai with Steven Tornado Appiah. Now, Tornado, you played a lot in Europe. If I say you should give me one thing you learned from Europe that we should use that only thing to change Ghana football now, what will you tell our viewers?
We what we don't get in it here, we always compare ourselves to Europe. But Europe is different. When you go to the training ground, even the facilities, we don't have it here. So we don't have to compare ourselves to the European standard. But what we have to do is, we are playing a league that we don't have even sponsors. So we have to brand the league very, very well to attract people. EPL today is because the league is attractive. That's why you see, even when they are playing Monday, Tuesday, always the stadium is full. So I think that we have to brand the league well to attract the supporters who will come and fill the stadium. For now, that is the most important thing.
Talking about branding, I think you are one perfect brand expert that we can use. Yourself, Tony Bafo, Yusuf Chipsa, Sami Osekufo. I can mention a whole lot of players who are intelligent in branding. They are excellent. Can't we use you legends or seniors to get something good out for our league?
You have said it right. I think that we are here, but are they using us? Nobody is using us, so we are here.
Are you ready when such thing comes on board?
My brother, when it comes to football, I think that it's part of giving something back to Ghana, because as I said earlier on, I wasn't even having a club. I was still the captain. So that means that Ghana has done something for me. So now, sitting here, Charlie, we have voice. Oh, we have voice. Like if I tell you the people that, if I travel, the people that I meet, the people that I talk to, the people that I mingle with, you will be shocked. We have voice that we can call, we can pick a phone and make a call. And maybe it will happen. But we have to get the chance to do those things. But we are not getting the chance. And you see, you can one thing about Africa, when you approach people to do things, they see you like, oh, he's cheap because he wanted something, because he's nobody today, that's why he wanted. So we are there. If they use us, we will respond, very, very well to them, and we can do, trust me, we can do a lot. You have no idea.
7 Tornado Appiah, Capitano. Now, finally, before we leave, in your during your leisure time, what do you do?
I read a lot, and I llove to listen to music. I love music.
You love music, and recently, talking about recently, I heard you on one of King Promise's song. Right? Did you like him? Is he your personal friend?
Yeah, I think King Promise manager is a very good friend. It's a lady from Dubai. So when she introduced King Promise to me, I accepted him as a junior brother. So we like. I used to call him. He come and sit here. We talk. We chat. And so when oh yeah came out, I was going to town. Sorry, I was going to town, and I was playing the music in my car. So I said, let me. That's why we have to be careful, careful these days. How we are using smartphones, but I think that the smartphones are smarting us. Yeah. So I was in my car listening to the music. I said, let me. And you see, it's very very hilarious because people don't see me, yeah, like that. People think that I'm a guy who doesn't even laugh. I'm too serious and I don't crack jokes. But when I'm cool with people, I show them my teeth. You understand? So I was in the car playing the music. I said, let me video myself, and so I videoed and I sent it to him. But that was last year August, and I think that he put it on his Instagram, and then people pick it and they said that now Stephen Appiah challenge. But I mean, trust me, I'm enjoying it, and at times you see when you see yourself like that, when people see you like you are too serious, you don't smile, you don't. People even see me and they think that I'm cocky because I don't give them that much confidence. We are living in the country or in Africa, you know that as soon as you try to open up, people will start taking advantage. They will think that So at times I try my best. No, I'm nice with people. I see people, I say hi to them. Even if I don't know them, they say hi, I reply them, I respond to them. But I don't try to give people too much confidence. So people think that I'm cocky, I'm I'm this, I'm that. So when I did that video and it came out, trust me, I'm enjoying it myself as well.
Really? So I'm sure you can sing that song, some freestyle cappella.
No, I'm not Shatawale. I'm not Shatawale. I would leave that for Shatawale. They are the people who can sing and sing well.
But you help in building the song.
I think that King Promise should come here with a huge brown envelope because he called me the other day. He said that Charlie, now people are I have so much likes on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram because of the way I came. I said, you see, I was joking. Oh, I said, oh, Promise, and now everybody say, oh, Promise, Stephen Appiah challenge, but. Trust me, I'm really really enjoying it. And I was in church the other day, and when we closed from church, we are doing 21 days fast. And when we closed, I was going to take my and I had 4 girls. They were sitting in their car. They came to church, and I heard somebody was like, "Oh, Promise," but I pretended as if I haven't. Yeah. So the girl was like, "Oh, Promise," and I was coming. So they stopped their car, and I was like, "Oh Jesus, let them move the car." So I said, okay, let me walk. So I walked towards them, and then the girl was like, K-A-O Promise, and then I look at her and I started laughing. They too started laughing. So I think that, but let me tell them, the fun is over. It's okay. Let's leave it like that.
Stephen Tornado Appiah. Finally. Kwesi Appiah, is he a shy type?
It looks like, but when you sit with him, he's a different person. I always say that you see players like Gattuso, Materazzi, when you meet them, they can't even talk. They don't like to talk. But when you see them on the pitch, they are different people. And I think that yes, is a reserved person. He's a person who doesn't like to talk much, but he's not a shy person at all.
Okay. What was that wonderful goal you scored in your career that you'll never forget?
Oh, I have a lot of them, but I think that the one that I can remember, the one that I think Fenerbahce against Schalke, yeah, Champions League, and I think that year it was rated the best second goal in Champions League. And when we played again, when we won the league 2005 with Juventus, against Cagliari. I scored a goal. It was very, very nice. So I have a lot, even with the Black Stars, I have a lot of goals that I scored that is brilliant.
This question is for my production crew. I said 2006 when you scored that wonderful World Cup goal against USA penalty. Your sign was like this. What was the meaning of that?
When I was playing for Brescia, myself and Luca Toni, at the training grounds, when we are training, we score, we go to each other and we do, I capito, no capito. Like, you understand, you don't understand. So I tend it to, like, okay, Nyansa. So I was always telling him Nyansa like crazy. I just miss it. So when I was telling him Nyansa, and then he asked me what is Nyansa, so I explained it in Italian. So we started to, when you watch Luca Toni's clips, when he score a goal, anytime he does the same stuff, so it's like Adjin Nyansa, yeah, those kind of, yeah.
Who was that best pair in the midfield you ever played with?
I've played with a lot of midfielders, but you mean the national team or club?
Anywhere, national team or club, anywhere. We can pick one from the national team and then one from the club side.
I think club side, Roberto Baggio. Yeah.
How was he?
I don't know how to describe Baggio. I mean, in my career, the best season I have in my career is when I was playing for Brescia. Somebody will Brescia. Why? Because I think from Brescia, I got a contract with Juventus. That tells you how I played in that season. And I said Baggio because I scored 8 goals in that season, and he gave me like 6 passes to score to score the goals. And Baggio is like a player when you are playing with, he will put the ball there, is like just put it in the net. So I enjoy my time playing with. I play with Guardiola as well. But let me say Baggio.
National team.
Michael Essien, of course. Michael Essien. I mean, is a strong player. It's really, really nice playing with him, and I think that we understand each other. I don't need to call him when we play. We don't call each other because with the eyes contact, we know our movement. He will go there and I have to take his position. I will move and he has to take my position. That's why, I mean, they came out with the quartet thing, that the 4 of us, we were playing very, very well, like Kingston, myself, Essien, and Montari, because we know ourselves, so we don't talk that much. At times people would think that that's why they said that I'm always all over the pitch, because I will take like Kingston position, he will come to my position, I will go to Sule's position, Michael Essien will move to Lai position. So as I said, I've played with a lot of players that I enjoyed playing with, but in the midfield, I think that is in Ghana is Michael.
We will end it here. We did this with Oprome, the King Promised Man, Steven Leroy Tornado Appiah. Now, Tornado, one word in Italy and then one word in a local dialect for those who are looking up to you.
Abbiamo fatto una grande intervista. Mi sono divertito questo pomeriggio. Questo team che sono venuto a parlare con me sono veramente simpatici. Ha visto un mio amico che ha fatto l'intervista, ha detto, voglio dire le cose che io ho detto, le cantanti che ho fatto per King Promise, però dobbiamo lasciare lì. In our dialect, shwanene wofe interview ete no jogba. I mean, crew anybody wo ba fe interview ame Johnny onake shwemo ya me here few ni won fe interview lenche o ba na ke mo ni fi interview eke King Promise lala ni ala ibami. She at the same time wo fe wona mi she ni mi hope ake interview te lo jogba.
Thank you very much, Steven Leroy Tornado Appiah. I'm here with my executive producer, DJ Nyame, Emmanuel Akwajo, and then Salty George. No, I stand there in Salty, and then the lady with us, Rosie. My name, Evan Samuelga. You can call me Chief Ame. Till meet next day, be with God.